I have been both unemployed and employed. I'd rather choose not living. You've probably seen that meme floating around your social media if you're looking for a job right now or if you're just into the job market thing, right? Let's talk about that. So, I love the little debate that kind of starts when people bring up employment versus unemployment and which one is worse. So, obviously, there's a really simple answer to this question. It's obviously better to be employed than unemployed. I can give you a plethora of reasons, but I do kind of want to talk about my personal experience because I have been in both situations. So I graduated college on May 4th, 2024, and it took me almost 2 years to find a job. I got my job finally on December 29th of 2025. Remember, I graduated in 2024. That's crazy to think about. That's so crazy, man. And during that time, while I was unemployed, I didn't have a lot of pressure like most people do. I graduated college and my parents were like, look, you understand, it might take a little bit to find a job because of how the job market is. So no rush. So I was looking for jobs in my field. I have a degree, I got a bachelor's. I was applying, and nobody wanted to even look at my application. So I said, you know what, let me switch gears and let me apply to something else. So I started applying to jobs a little bit more frequently, right? Things outside of my field, just to get some money in my pocket. And it was like pulling teeth. I would get ghosted. People would be like, we looked at your application and you don't meet our qualifications. You know, if you're in the job search right now, how that feels, right? It sucks. So anyway, the time where I was unemployed, sure, I had a lot more time to myself, but a lot of it ended up becoming me kind of wallowing in my routine, which really became very sad for me. I was kind of depressed during this time because one, I felt like that I didn't have any value as a person. I felt like that I wasn't capable of, taking care of things and all that stuff. It just made me feel really low when I was unemployed. Now that I am employed, I have value. I feel like my life has a little bit more meaning. And sure, like it's a job that is outside of my field. To give you context, I work in patient transport in a hospital, and it's very taxing work because of course, you're always on your feet. You're moving patients in hospital beds, you're moving stretchers, wheelchairs, things like that, right? And I work 14-hour shifts a week. But thanks to me having this job, I feel like I'm important to some degree. I feel like I matter. I have more meaning in my life. At least this is how I feel. When I was unemployed, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of embarrassed to even go around friends and family and to be like, look, I don't have a job yet. Even though I graduated college and I got a degree, I don't have a job yet. It was very embarrassing to kind of face people who I hadn't seen in a while, and I felt like that a lot of these people were expecting things of me, and I haven't delivered, what they expected. I'm thinking people would expect more of me. So I felt like a failure when I was unemployed, but now people are like, hey, congratulations, you finally got a job. I see you're working now. I have money. I can save for things. I have benefits now. There's certain bills that I can kind of help pay for around the house. I just feel so much more important now that I'm unemployed. I don't know what it is, but now it's like, yes, now you have some kind of meaning and some kind of value. And I'm still looking for a job in my field. Obviously, of course, I got a degree. I want to put it to use. But I am happy that I finally got a job. And for many, that's not the case. Some people have been looking for a job. I've seen people say, I've been looking for a job for almost 3 years. It gets that bad. It's crazy that you're getting rejected from places that should accept you. It shows you how harsh the job market is right now. And we're getting into this era of AI and how that's interfering with jobs, and you getting a job, your application getting viewed. It's a nightmare right now. So I definitely understand how it feels to be unemployed and feel like nothing is working. So to finally put it to rest, obviously it is better to be employed than it is to be unemployed. Of course, I'm not saying that there are struggles with being employed, because if you're employed, obviously you're going to hate your routine. You're probably going to hate the job you get, because most people aren't going to be able to get their dream job, right? And some people also make an argument that there's really no such thing as a dream job. Who wants to work? Fair point. But most people who say that I don't like being employed are probably just really dealing with people, because trust me, half of most jobs, like the struggle comes from dealing with people. Like what you do at the job is relatively easy, but then it's the people you have to encounter. Trust me, I work in a hospital. Sometimes nurses get on your nerves. Sometimes doctors get on your nerves. Patients uncooperative. That I get it. And then you work long hours, but I don't mind my job. It's just that sometimes I encounter things at my job that really annoy me. But that's insignificant compared to the benefits I get, compared to the money I get, and the things that I'm able to take care of that I was not able to do before when I was unemployed. Because if you're unemployed, I'm just gonna say it right now, especially coming from a young man. I'm 26 years old. I just have to say that not having a job as a grown-ass man makes you feel like shit. And fellas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not saying ladies don't feel this way too, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's like you're expected to do things that a man should do, and without a job and money, you can't do them. But anyway, enough of my tangent. Let me know what you guys think about this whole debate in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, or don't. Doesn't really matter to me, but if you stayed, I'm glad you did. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.